Hi, everybody. I am Sherry from Mayflower Cruises and Tours, and I am excited to be able to talk to you about the long-awaited Danube Delights River Cruise with the Vista Club. It is rescheduled, and we are excited to have you join us July 18th, 2024. We'll be visiting 5 countries: Hungary, Slovakia, Austria, Germany, and the Czech Republic, ending our Danube cruise with 2 nights in Prague. You'll discover old Europe by sailing through some of the Danube's major highlights, uncover ancient abbeys, palaces, and historical landmarks. You're also going to notice as I talk about this trip that not only are we offering your traditional touring, but we will also offer an active tour from every port of call to give you a different perspective of the destination for those who want it. A couple of fun, quick facts about our trip. We're going to be sailing from Budapest to Regensburg, which is approximately 456 miles on the Danube. That equates to over 60 hours of sailing with 15 locks, 8 ports, 50 bridges, 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, 7 included excursions, 7 Emerald active excursions, and 3 Emerald Plus events. So let's dive right into this wonderful trip. Doesn't that look amazing? Well, after our overnight flights, welcome to Budapest, Hungary, where we'll board our luxury starship, which is going to be our home for the next 7 nights. So let's talk a little bit about the ship, your floating hotel. If you sailed with us on the Rhine, the ship will look identical. Let's take a little sneak peek into our modern and elegant suites. We're going to start with our Emerald stateroom on the Riviera deck, very comfortably appointed. Window at the top that offers some nice light into your stateroom. This would be category D or E. The This is our panorama balcony suite located on both the Horizon and Vista decks. These spacious, luxurious suites boast all-weather indoor balcony with floor-to-ceiling windows and wooden decking. It's great for enjoying the views, drink in hand, waving at the locals, and with a touch of a button, your window is going to drop down halfway to welcome in that river breeze. As you can see, it provides some great viewing opportunity while cruising. Now, all the beds in our stateroom can either be put together or separated, so whichever you prefer. Lots of great storage in the staterooms, private bath and shower, as well as TV with infotainment and movies. Now, this is a picture of our grand balcony suite. This is category S, a very generous appointed suite. Perfect to enjoy the sunset. Again, you got the floor-to-ceiling windows of your private outdoor balcony, complete with the open-aired system. The sleek glass partition enables you to enjoy the passing landscape, whatever the weather might be. Now, this suite here, the Grand Balcony Suite in Category S, does also offer some additional amenities. So let us know if you are interested in this suite. Now on to our top suite, the owner's one-bedroom suite. It's got your very own bedroom, which closes off from the rest of the suite. You got a separate lounge area and that outdoor balcony complete with the open-aired system. Now these luxury suites also include a selection of special features, including a spacious ensuite and luxurious walk-in wardrobe. So speaking of the ensuite, the bathroom here, it's very luxurious with Espa toiletries and plenty of space for you to be able to put your belongings away. They're also got some fantastic showers there with lots of room. All our English-speaking crew on the ship is there to welcome you. So all the staff on our ship are actually employees of the company, just like I am. This is very important to us to know that the service and your experience on board the ship is all controlled by us and meets our quality of standards. The crew is there to make sure that your trip is extra special and enjoyable. You're going to travel with a cruise director and activity manager, and all meals included on board our ship and one leisurely seating in the Reflections restaurant. And you can enjoy complimentary wine, beer, and soft drinks with lunch and dinner. You can also enjoy a quick breakfast or lunch in the terrace located in the back of the lounge, so you can choose to eat inside or out. Now, there's some great common areas and onboard amenities like our heated daytime pool, which is all enclosed by glass. It has a retractable roof that can either be opened or closed depending on the weather. You might find your activity manager back at the pool leading a class. Then in the evening, the pool area turns into a cinema where you can gather with your friends and enjoy a drink and some popcorn while watching a movie. Let's check out this great video to see the transformation of the pool to the cinema at night.
Unlike other river cruise lines on Europe's waters, Emerald Waterway's brand new boutique ships boast a heated pool with a retractable roof and a bar, creating a beautiful onboard oasis for you to relax in whatever the weather. On selected evenings, the pool area inventively transforms into a cinema with comfy lounge chairs, where you can enjoy classic films and recent releases, taking onboard entertainment in a completely different direction. So, if you're not in the mood to enjoy the bar or ready to retreat to your room, the cinema is a great place to spend your evening.
Isn't that cool? You can also relax during your free time in one of the other great public areas throughout the ship, including the lounge. Now, the lounge is where many of our group gatherings will take place, as well as some special events and talks. Also in the lounge is a machine where you can get specialty coffee and teas 24 hours a day. There's also a jar back there with some yummy cookies, so don't miss out. Enjoy the scenery on our sun deck, where there's plenty of seats for everyone to be able to relax as we sail the Danube. You might even want to get up early and catch a yoga class with the activity manager. Other onboard amenities that are available to you are the fitness center, Not sure why you'd be here, but it's a great place maybe to grab some fruit or water there, right? There's also a hairdresser on board and a wellness area. Now, while on board the ship, you're going to have complimentary Wi-Fi in all areas of the ship, so you can communicate back home or post some pictures on social media to make everyone who's not with you jealous. While off the ship, all touring is included with a personal headset to make it easy for you to be able to hear the guides. And speaking of guides, we're going to have all local English-speaking guides and historians that are going to join you throughout your trip to really bring the destination to life for you with their extensive regional knowledge. Now, this river cruise is designed to showcase the best of the local region. But throughout the presentation, you're going to hear me talk about opportunities that are called either Emerald Plus, Emerald Active, or Discover More. With Emerald Plus activities, you're going to have the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of the destination on authentic excursions or sessions to learn about the culture. With Emerald Active, you're going to have the opportunity to take part in a range of outdoor activities that might suit the more active guest. And with Discover More, you can immerse yourself in local history and culture on an optional excursion for an additional cost. Now, our first evening on the ship in Budapest, you're going to enjoy an Emerald Plus Hungarian folklore show in the lounge with your fellow Vista Club travelers. Then walk up to the sun deck and enjoy the beautiful sights of Budapest lit up at night. It's simply amazing. Day 3, we'll start with an included panoramic tour of Budapest. Budapest offers an abundance of European history. Now, for those who wish to take a more active tour experience, you may choose to take the Emerald Active guided hike to Buda Hill instead of taking the traditional sightseeing tour. Also on this day is a Discover More. It's an optional excursion that you can take instead of the guided tour of Budapest. So you might choose to purchase an excursion to visit the scenic town on the Danube's banks. It's about 40 minutes from Budapest, and it's best known for its Mediterranean vibes, Baroque architecture, history of Serbian residents, Hungarian folklore stores, and an extensive art scene, both old and modern. So choose to go to Zendra. The ship will depart Budapest and your adventure of sailing on the Danube will begin. So day 4, we're going to arrive in Bratislava, Slovakia. Enjoy a guided walking tour of the beautifully restored historic quarter of Bratislava, venturing down the winding cobblestone streets of the old city, passing a number of architectural highlights, including the Slovak National Theater. Now, when I was there, I saw some fun places and shops throughout Bratislava. I really enjoyed this stop here. I mean, why not, right? So if you're feeling good, take a hike up to Bratislava Castle on another Emerald Active adventure instead of the city tour. And then we've got a special opportunity planned for you, an Emerald Plus highlight to visit a local Slovakian family and enjoy a tasty homemade specialties while learning more about their culture. This is a unique Discover More opportunity, a tour of the post-communist Bratislava in a Skoda car. These are real Skoda cars from the communist area, which still can be seen in some more rural areas of Eastern Europe. So you'll either be picked up by a Skoda car or an 8-seater van with a guide who has lived through years in communist times. So their stories become real and they can give you lively examples from their past. The driver, who usually doesn't speak English, is also able to relate about this living history. We'll stop in front of an old department store where the guide explains certain aspects of the everyday life of locals back in the day and kind of compares it to how it is now. It's a great way to see the different lifestyles and get a better understanding of life behind the Iron Curtain, both then and now. If wine is a passion of yours, you may choose to sign up for the Discover More optional trip that goes along the wine route instead of the city tour of Bratislava. Now in Slovakia, there are several official wine routes. The oldest and best known of these is the Little Carpathian Wine Route. Day 5, welcome to Vienna, capital city of Austria, one of the most livable cities and one of the most prosperous. This day on our Danube River cruise will be spent exploring the capital of classical music. We'll begin with a panoramic motor coach tour around the Ringstrasse, the road circling Vienna's core, lined with monuments, parks, and grand buildings. Catch a glimpse of the Opera House and the Old Town Hall. We'll explore Austria's art history with an included visit to a museum. You may choose to walk around Vienna on your own, maybe see St. Stephen's Cathedral, spend some time, free time in the city center. When I was there, we opted to stay in town and we did lunch on our own. This cute little place is about 10 to 15-minute walk from the cathedral. I mean, check out that schnitzel. That was actually the kids' order. If you're feeling active, you may choose to join the activities director on a guided bike tour of Vienna instead of the museum and panoramic city tour. And then later in the evening, we're offering another optional experience to attend an exclusive Vienna concert. This is a private event just for us at a palace. If you choose to attend, you'll be welcomed with a glass of sparkling wine and be seated in one of the halls where Beethoven once performed. This is truly a memorable experience. Day 6, we have an included visit to an abbey in the Wachau area, Gottwig. It's a hidden jewel with one of the most splendid views of the area. But it's this. Check out the most imperial staircase, one of the largest and most beautiful Baroque staircases in the world. But it's really the ceiling above that makes it so magnificent. There's those views of the valley below. The Gottwig Alley is also a Benedictine monastery, and our visit to the abbey will be enhanced by a local guide. There's also a stunning cathedral at the abbey. Next, we're going to sail through the beautiful valley with breathtaking views from Krems to Dürnstein. If you would rather see the sights from the shoreline, take a guided bike tour along the Danube. If you don't take the guided bike tour to Dürnstein, well, we're going to have another Emerald Active excursion that you can take part in. And that's a hike to Dürnstein Castle. Now, if you're not up for the hike, well, then feel free to walk around and explore Dürnstein at your leisure. Day 7, we're going to stop in Engelhartzen, Germany, to let those off the ship who want to take part in the Discover More excursion to the Bavarian forest. Or you might choose the Discover More to visit the Schutz Museum, one of the first zero-energy art museums. The focus of the collection is classical modern art from Austria, framed by other works from the 19th and 20th centuries to present. Or lastly, you might choose to purchase the Discover More option to go to Salzburg, birthplace of Mozart and the setting for The Sound of Music. All of these optional Discover Mores operate at the same time, so you can only choose one. We'll have more information for you on all of the optional tours and prices, all listed in your itinerary. Now, if you're not choosing to go and do one of those Discover More optional excursions, then you are probably on the ship, and we will be sailing and arriving in Passau, Germany. We'll have an included walking tour of Passau with a local guide, stroll through the old town narrow alleyways, see St. Stephen's Cathedral, and home to Europe's largest church organ with more than 17,000 pipes. On day 8, we're going to arrive in Regensburg, Germany, one of Germany's best preserved medieval cities. With a local guide, walk on the oldest bridges that cross the Danube. Discover the UNESCO World Heritage Old Town and marvel at the beautiful architecture. Looking for some active touring instead of the traditional tour of Regensburg? Maybe you'd like to take part in a bike tour to Walhalla Monument. In the afternoon, enjoy some free time exploring Regensburg more on your own, or we have a couple of Discover More optional tours for you if you want to keep touring. Take a trip to Nuremberg for a city tour and enjoy some free time to get a pretzel and some German beer. Or maybe you might choose to Discover More optional excursion if you have a love for cars and go to the Audi factory tour, where you'll be able to walk the grounds. After dinner, if you don't already feel like you're in Germany, well, you definitely will tonight, as we bring a traditional Bavarian band on board the ship to entertain you for our last night on our floating hotel. Day 8, we say goodbye to the amazing ship and wonderful crew as we take a motor coach to Prague in the Czech Republic for our final country on our trip. We'll take a panoramic drive and then discover the city on foot with a local guide. The Old Town Square and the historic astronomical clock, medieval Charles Bridge. On our last full day of the trip, you can choose to enjoy more of Prague on your own, or join us on our last Discover More with taking an optional trip to a concentration camp. Day 11, and we bid farewell to Europe and return back to Chicago with great memories of our time spent with our Vista Club friends, and until our next European river cruise. To recap what your trip includes, your Vista Club trip includes your local pickup to take you to O'Hare along with your group. You've got free airfare from Chicago when booked by July 18th. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Round trip transfers in Europe, 22 meals, 5 countries visited, 7 nights of cruising, shore excursions with English-speaking local guides, complimentary wine, beer, and soft drinks with onboard lunches and dinners. You've got an onboard activity manager, complimentary bottled water in your stateroom, complimentary Wi-Fi on board, complimentary bicycles for us to use on ashore. 2 nights hotel stay and touring in Prague, all port charges included, all gratuities included, and you'll be accompanied by your Vista Club leaders. So much is included on this wonderful Vista Club trip. Here's a quick look at the deck plan while you're selecting your cabin. Many cabins are already sold out, so talk with your Vista Club team to find out what is still available for our departure. July 18th, 2024. Make sure you check out Vista Club's special pricing listed in their brochure. Mayflower is also offering our signature guaranteed share program in standard cabins on the Riviera, Vista, and Horizon decks. So for more information on that, talk to your Vista Club leader. And you heard me quickly mention it, but we are excited to be able to offer free airfare on this Danube River cruise when you reserve your cabin by July 18th, 2023. But I honestly don't recommend you waiting that long to sign up, because if you want a specific cabin category, they will definitely sell out. Last but certainly not least, we believe you should protect your travel investment. So if you need to cancel your river cruise for a covered reason, you would be able to make a claim for a refund less the cost of the Traveler's Protection Plan. Our Traveler's Protection Plan does also offer travel insurance benefits like medical, luggage, and trip delay. So see the Vista Club trip brochure for more details, but the main thing to remember is that this is a little different than our other Mayflower trips. So if you need to cancel, it does need to be for a covered reason, and you would need to file a claim with TripMate, the insurance company, to request that refund. So if you want to protect your investment, then make sure you purchase that traveler's protection plan. So let's talk about making your reservation. A deposit of $400 per person plus the optional traveler's protection plan is what you would need to secure your cabin on this trip. Full payment isn't due for about a year now. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope to see you on our Vista Club trip in July of 2024.